Welcome to the Spilled Ink and Coffee Show, where we take book discussions to a new level.
We don't just read books, we interview them, journal about them, sip coffee, spill thoughts, and explore stories on and off the page.
Grab a cup and get cozy, because every book deserves a great conversation.
Happy Halloween! It's the Booktober Giveaway bonus episode. Remember to listen for the secret word so you can win your prizes. So grab your mug and get ready for chills, thrills, and page-turning frights. It's going to be a hauntingly good time. All right, Rachel, you just threw the scampering in front of us.
I threw it because that's what I would like to do. I would like to throw it out into US 19 and get rid of it and
Awesome.
Not come back to it. Yeah.
This is a tandem review of a book that I found, and it says, look, it even says it's book 1, so there must be others. I have not looked. Of an extreme horror story, as it says on the front of the book. It's a local author, and this is at the Mojo's bookstore, and it's a short story. We're assuming we're still in debate. I read it back in May. Rachel just read it now, and yeah. So, well, I can't wait to see. Her review has 0 stars.
Her review has 0 stars. It does.
Normally, we did not found delightful this, but she did the review because it's the spooky podcast, Booktober.
Literally, like the second page, I was like, what?
But you couldn't stop reading because you had to know,
right?
Because
no, I would have been fine not knowing. I would have been completely fine not knowing. I finished reading because you gave it to me.
Aw, that was sweet.
Yeah.
She felt forced.
Don't give me one like this again.
You know, I found it extraordinarily unusual, so I've never read anything quite like this myself.
Yeah, neither have I.
Okay.
And I'm okay if I don't read anything like
that again.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite character?
The justice for the squirrels. You know, here's the thing. I don't know if I would classify it as extreme horror. I would classify it as disgusting. I wasn't scared.
There's a lot here, no doubt about it. Did you have any favorite quotes on this one?
The typo-ridden flyer.
Okay.
Did I put the bookmark there? No, I didn't. The flyer that she types up to try to help get rid of the population of squirrels just made me laugh. And the fact that it ends with, remember, squirrels are not cute, they're evil. And I've often said that squirrels are rats with a cuter coat.
After this, though, you feel differently about squirrels. So, friends, this woman has a vengeance against squirrels in her neighborhood. That much you need to know. I think Rachel now loves squirrels.
Well, my view is colored. We had some baby squirrels fall out of a nest in our yard this summer.
Aww.
And Rebecca rescued them all. Literally putting them in boxes, keeping them in the garage overnight, and taking them to a wildlife rescue in the morning.
Oh my God!
She wanted to put one in her room.
Yeah, she did.
She named it Benjamin.
Oh boy!
So
poor Benjamin in this story.
In my view, Benjamin is the squirrel at the end of the story.
Okay, perfect.
Benjamin grew up and survived, and is going to have his ear eaten by Melinda. Yeah, you heard that right. His ear eaten.
The cover of the book is very deceiving, I think, because I think it's just a squirrel holding a nut, right? And it says it's a horror, it says an extreme horror story, but I don't know, I thought the squirrel was cute. That's all. I said Alana K. Drex always knew she wanted to write messed up stories. That was the quote. And I'm pretty sure that's in her author's bio. Is that she says that she's always wanted to write messed up stories.
Yeah, that's messed up.
I also said on the flyer, I commented on the flyer, my favorite part is the little devil pitchfork with the squirrel picture. I thought that was the cutest little thing. And then page 27's taco recipes, I noted because they're so horrific.
They actually have... I mean, I know people eat squirrel.
Sure.
I know this, but like, no, just no. Please no.
So in my review, I wrote, I kind of felt like I wanted to quote the whole story because I was stunned. I was just stunned. I'm sure, this is what I wrote down. I am sure someone must have had or has these types of thoughts, but really question mark.
The first line in my review says, I have no idea what I read.
Well, I said it's a surprised, fucked up ending, and I thought this was a dream. Oh, my 4 stars. I tell you why I have the 4 stars. Because I actually like squirrels. Thank God I wrote that down.
Yeah, I mean, my last line is, and for the record, I am on the side of the squirrels.
All right, so what does your review actually say verbatim?
I have no idea what I read. This had to be someone's drug-induced fever dream. It was insane, disgusting, and beyond disturbing. And for the record, I'm on the side of the squirrels.
Oh, happy Booktober, guys. Like, if you really want some kind of feels from a local author, then go look up The Scampering by Alana K. Drex and A.W. Mason. And my 4 cups were because I like the squirrels, and yours are no cups, no stars, because you actually hated the story.
I hated every part of it, yeah.
Love it. I love how that went.
It evoked, I mean, it created some strong emotions for me, and the more I read, the angrier I got.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Do you think, though, as a Booktober genre, do you think this fits into those people who are into those like Halloween horror night situations? Like, could you see the squirrel lady cooking up the squirrel tacos in one of them haunted houses as an act?
I could see the ending.
Okay.
I could see the ending in a Halloween Horror Nights house.
Perfect.
The ending. Yes.
Wow.
I
think I gave it to you because I wanted verification that what I just read is what I read it, and I wasn't dreaming either, based on what I'm seeing. Like, did I just read that confirm I love squirrels, 4 cups of coffee for squirrels?
I feel really bad because 2 people actually wrote this, and I
2 people actually read it.
I don't know which one I feel worse about. I don't want to stomp all over someone's dream and creativity, and it could just be that this is just not for me, and maybe this is for someone, but for me it is not.
Well, there are a lot of twisted people in the world,
and that is proof that reading is so subjective, because here I am like ready to like burn it so the squirrels can roast their walnuts, but yeah, sorry. I apologize to the authors. I'm clearly not your target audience.
We're going to do a quick fire with this one because it's so bad.
Okay.
If this book had a smell, what would it be?
Oh God, roadkill.
Who in this book is 2 raccoons in a trench coat?
Melinda.
If the villain had therapy, would they still be a villain? And who is the villain?
Melinda is clearly the villain, and I don't think enough therapy would. She needs to be institutionalized.
What is the most chaotic way this book could have ended? Her face says,
they picked the most chaotic way. What did I just read?
If aliens found this book as their only record of humanity, what would they think about us?
Let's get back in this spaceship and get far away from this place because, wow, no.
Rename the book in 5 words.
What the F is this?
Perfect. So based on that, friends, you decide to scampering or not to scampering.
Scamper away.
Oh, yay, coffee. May I have some hot coffee too, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Merci
Beaucoup. We'll move on to the next one in a moment. That was a tandem one. However, every time I use a lot of these stickies, but I figured I'd bring another one so you can read what they say. The Star Trek stickies you gave me are awesome.
I was a person, that I had the potential to be more than a collection of circuits and subprocessors. Oh, Data.
I know, right? They're so good. These little stickies.
Making me feel bad about
the scampering.
Whatever.
The whole thing, it was perfect timing for this episode. Thank you, my love. Because I think if you're going to start a Booktober and we're on opposite sides of the ratings, but for the same, like, we both agree we love squirrels.
Yeah.
In this book, we're rooting for the squirrels. The cups for me go to the squirrels. The no cups for you go for the story.
Yeah.
And together we made a great review. So I guess in the end, if we average that, it comes out to 2 stars.
2 stars? Sure, if we're going for the average. I like that.
Yay, good job for you authors. In the end, you got 2 stars in the average. So we're moving into one of Rachel's books here.
Oh, we are?
Unless you want to keep going with
No, we
mine
can
because
do
they're
mine.
short, but
What
I
are
think
we
we
doing?
should go one of yours.
The spell shop?
Yay, the spell
Hold
shop.
on, I have to find it.
All right, so here we go. The stats are...
This is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I read this as a physical copy. It is a fantasy. So I gave this one 5 stars because this was so sweet. I classified this as kind of a Booktober situation, just because there were spells and comfy fires, escape from dangerous places.
So why did you pick the book up initially?
Because of TikTok.
Wow.
It blew up on TikTok last year, and the cover, I have the physical book. The cover is beautiful. The cover to her second book, which I haven't read yet, is beautiful. Even though I skipped the second book and started reading the art for her third book, which is it's a YA story.
Okay.
The cover,
I agree, it's stunning.
And it has purple sprayed edges.
Oh.
Like, it's just such a sweet looking book. The main character is on the run with all the spell books and trying to hide them. She's being hunted. She's on this magical island that has mer horses.
Aww, a mer horse?
A mer horse. She's created a sentient spider plant.
Do they show you pictures of these?
There's no pictures.
Oh my goodness, I would love to see somebody's pencil work on that.
The sentient spider plant was probably my favorite character.
Wow.
I mean, just because you're trying to hide the magic.
All right, so let's back up for a second. What were your first thoughts when you started reading this book?
I loved that right away we're about rescuing the books. We're trying to, they're going to burn the library, so we have to get all the spell books and rescue them.
So this is a magical library.
It's a magical library. It's a magical land with magical people.
Well, then tell us the quotes.
It wasn't that she didn't like people. It was only that she liked books more.
Ooh.
And that was in the beginning, and that's just like that's totally it. Like, okay, yeah, I know who this girl is. Like, yeah, she just wants to hide out and live in her parents' abandoned house and keep her books safe.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's Rachel, guys. It's just in case you didn't know. Not in her parents' abandoned house, but she wants to keep her books safe.
Yeah.
I love that. Another quote.
Besides, no matter who was in charge, the powerful always wanted to keep power for themselves.
So true. So true.
Yeah. And she names it the spell shop because that's how she's going to make money, is by baking and helping people with spells and things like that. So when she's thinking about naming it, one of the great quotes was, because Keela and Kaz's really illegal spell shop that will likely get you killed or cursed would look ridiculous on a sign.
There's a lot of humor in this.
And then my favorite quote, no one ever drowns in a library.
That's true. We're not drowning. We're submerging.
Yeah.
We are. We're doing deep dives, guys.
Oh, I lied. I made the last quote my favorite quote.
Okay.
Books should be shared with everyone who wants to open their minds and hearts to them.
I like that one a lot.
It's the best word I can use to describe this book is magical.
Oh.
Like, you just, like, there's sparkles all around it. When I think about it and I remember the characters, it's just...
Read your review and then I'll ask you all the questions.
Any book where my favorite character is a talking plant deserves 5 stars. This was a sweet and magical book. I love the unique magical creatures. Keela's dedication to her books and keeping them safe was my favorite part. But Meep and Kaz, with all of his anxiety and quirks, stole the show. Meep is the sentient cactus that comes along later. Special. It is a very special little book.
Any characters you did not like?
No, everybody in the town served a purpose and was the right kind of who they were supposed to be in that moment. And if they were grumpy, it was for a purpose, and it wasn't just
here's an angry dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love that. I don't want to say anymore. I don't want to give it away.
Okay, then don't.
I love I love everybody in the town.
Okay, I like that. We love this. You want to live there, don't you?
I do. Oh, I'm good now.
I'm perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to live there.
I do. It's a sweet, sweet place, and I can really see it in my mind.
I'd ask what was the most memorable, powerful scene, but it sounds like the book is all-encompassing.
Probably my favorite part is where she's working with the love interest to hide the books. Like he's helping her, not really realizing what he's helping her doing, but he's helping her to hide these books. And she's just so dedicated, because she was a librarian. She's so dedicated to hiding these.
All in the name of love.
Yeah.
Aw, I love that. Love, love, love. So is the big idea, the theme, the whole point of the story is saving the books? Or
it's a little more than that, because the books are important, and standing up for yourself, and not just letting whoever's in charge roll over you. But it's about being willing to open up to people, because she's admittedly the main character, Keela. She has locked herself away in the library for years. She doesn't interact with people. She's not good with people. She doesn't want to she doesn't want to have to talk to people. But coming back to this tiny little island forces her to not only realize she needs help. She can't do it all by herself. So I think that's kind of important. That's a big, important message too, is it's okay to either look for help, ask for help. It's okay to find those people who are there for you. You don't have to just hang out with your talking spider plant and talk. And well, the cactus doesn't really talk. He just meets.
I think this is an important message, to ask for help. Oh my stars. I think that's the best message. This is the only one you've read by her?
This was her first published book.
Okay. And we're waiting to hear back then from how your other findings, because you haven't read anything else yet.
I'm currently reading
You're
her
in the
YA.
middle. Okay.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about that in comparison?
It's great.
Wow, you should see her face, guys.
It's definitely magical, definitely but you're not quite sure how
So this author has really tapped into something truly,
I would say, the cozy fantasy. I feel like she's found her
voice,
niche, her genre. Like it's everything that I've read. I mean, again,
I'm running down
maybe a third way done with the art, the YA. And it's definitely a YA book. I mean, 14, 15-year-olds.
And guys, remember, we review everything here, from children's books on, like all the things, nothing's off limit. Would you recommend the book, and why?
I absolutely would. In fact, when we were at the Gilded Page on Sunday, there was a lady, I don't know if you heard me talking to her, she had this book in her hand, and she was debating, she was actually asking, and I felt bad because I jumped in, she was asking the bookseller, have you read this? And I jumped in and was like, you have to buy it. If you're only going to buy one book here, and this is the book, if you like a good, cozy, it's not even, there is romance, but that's not even the focus of the book. I mean, it's like, and that's what I appreciate, I think, about this book is, yeah, there's a love interest, but it's in the back, like, the love is in the background. Like, it happens gradually. It's not forced. So I was like, and I did. I recommend, and she bought it.
Whoever you are,
I really hope you're enjoying it, because it's a good book.
And I don't think that you should ever apologize for inserting yourself, because especially in a bookstore or a coffee shop, that's why people are there. That's why they're there.
Yeah, I had this one last year as my best fantasy.
Oh, that's a huge award.
Yeah. I was thinking that
You did award it.
Yeah, it was my best
Amazing.
fantasy.
I hold your reviews in the highest of regards because people should be, in my opinion, guys. If Rachel's butting in on your conversation at a bookstore or library, you better pay attention.
I did butt in.
And
I felt like, because I loved this book a lot.
Yeah, well, I remember when you told me about it back when, I was like, and today I'm like, okay, yeah.
It's a big blanket on a cozy night.
So if your book could whisper one secret to your author, what would it be?
Please keep writing about Kaz, the sentient spider plant. Yes.
Sounds like he needs his own graphic novel.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That's what I'm thinking.
The Adventures of Kaz and Meat.
I think that's
I like
brilliant.
the sound of that, yeah.
What will the reader find within the pages that they did not expect?
I would say a lot of magic, but like you go into it thinking it's a spell shop, there's going to be magic, but like the way the characters care about each other, and they're just good freaking people. Like it makes you wish, like you really wish this is the world. Well, this was the island you lived on. It's not, I don't know if it's the world you want to live in, because there's a coup, there's a new king who's destroying books, like yeah, but like the way that the people on the island and the island itself, like
the cohesion and the relationships.
Yeah.
So very good writing of relationships and friendships.
Yeah.
Friends, it's The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, 5 stars, and a cozy fantasy is what she said. I'm going to go see if I want to audio it or read it. Either way, it's just
if you want to read it, let me know, because I'll bring it to you.
But it's so pretty, I might need to own my own.
Oh, well, if you need to own your own, yeah, but if not,
I'm not, I mean,
it could be
so
on loan
beautiful.
from Rachel's library. That's
I
fine.
love it. Well, thank you, Rachel's library.
Yeah. The secret word is fantabulous.
We're going to move into a quickie, and it is called A is for Asteroid, Z is for Zombies by Paul Lewis. It's a physical book, dark humor, fable. Oh, my spelling is amazing. The publisher is Andrews
Spelling and Scampering.
McNeil. My favorite character is the dad. Okay, let's go look at the review real quick. It's illustrated. Now the illustrations on this is great. This is like the bedtime book for spooky people.
Okay.
To read to your children. And the illustrations are by Kenneth Lamug. I love the artwork. I don't have the book to show you because I gifted it to a friend to read to her children because I felt like these were her kids.
Okay.
They would be the ones who thought this was great. So it's an A to Z. Like A is for Asteroid. B is for whatever it said. If I read the whole book to you people, then there'd be no reason for you to do that. Quote, to life on Earth, endangered and infinitely valuable. A is for asteroids that streak through the sky. The big one is coming. We're all going to die. Oh, I know. What an amazing opening for a bedtime book for your little children.
Yeah.
Especially during October. I feel like this should be in all of your homes if you're into like holiday themed life.
Yep.
E is for extraterrestrial invaders from space. They'll probe from your butthole up to your face. Now, guys, I know that I gave you the sci-fi ones because that's who I am.
Yeah. A should have been for aliens, but I get E for extraterrestrials.
All right. The next quote is very political, but I had to put it in there because I was stunned.
Oh, I see where this is going.
T is for Trump, the Donald of Doom. He'll paint your head orange, then nuke your room.
Oh my God.
And the picture on that is epic, and it's got Cheeto orange all over the place.
Oh, no.
You could also just rewrite that page for your children if you don't want to. Like, we have no political opinion on this. I just found it.
It's a funny quote.
A funny quote
It's a funny
in
quote.
pop culture, and I thought that the artwork was just as humorous. So it was a macabre vision of the apocalypse that I found hysterical. I did give it 5 cups of coffee because the artwork is phenomenal. The coloring is phenomenal.
The cover is fantastic.
Everything about it I found was great. And if I had kids, I would absolutely read this to them because maybe they would actually appreciate life and think, oh my gosh, maybe I need to appreciate things because no matter how I do things, I'm going to die. If you know me as a teacher, my number one rule is don't die. And that covers everything because you're going to think twice before you make a decision if it leads to death. And I feel like this would have done that for kids. I mean, if they can write go to sleep, then we can have this book.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this. Now, you've given a couple quotes for A, E, and T.
Yeah.
I'm going to call each of the letters a character.
Okay.
Which one was your favorite and why?
The A is for Asteroid.
Why?
Because it's true. You're opening with an absolute fact. Dinosaurs said A is for Asteroid. Streaking through the sky.
Oh, the
big one
dinosaurs
is
said
coming. In my thought, that's
right.
Okay.
Right,
We're all going to die. So we open up with scientific fact.
Is there anything the author, I feel like no, but I need to ask, is there anything the author could have done differently would you rewrite any part of it?
No, I just think that this should have been advertised more mainstreamed. It wasn't. I picked this up on a Second and Charles.
Okay.
As somebody's, used buyback. I've never seen this on a brand new in a shelf anywhere.
Have they written anything else?
I have no idea,
Okay.
Paul Lewis, who you are and what you do. I just enjoyed it so much. I left it at that.
Okay, so you would obviously recommend it, sounds
Yeah.
like, to families with kids.
I do. Or project it up on a screen outside your house for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody read this over and over again while you're passing out trick-or-treats. Story time with, Sally.
Would you, if you could, would you turn it into a movie or a TV show?
I would make it a Halloween special. Like, it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
Okay.
Only it's for the new generation of kids that like this kind of dark humor. I don't think we had dark humor like that back then.
So is that what you think would surprise readers, is the dark humor? What in the pages would surprise readers?
Your imagination couldn't do any better than what the artist did. That's
Wow.
what would surprise you. You'd be like, that's exactly how I pictured it.
So-
or it's better than I imagined.
So it's kind of like, it really takes the story to the next level, is the artwork in the book.
100%.
I'll ask one question.
Go for it.
If the book had a smell, what would it be?
Blackberry smoke.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Smells like blackberry smoke. Burn a blackberry candle when you're reading this on Halloween times and the spooky times for your children.
Okay. Final thoughts on this one?
Everybody needs to read this and see it.
Okay.
I loved it so much.
A for Asteroid, Z for Zombies.
Yes.
Check it out, peeps.
Can't wait for it to be a cartoon.
Yeah.
We're moving to this one because it's imagery.
Oh, okay.
I got this at the library just the other day.
Cute
Happenstance.
little wizard witch on the front cover.
So this is Mage and the Endless Unknown by S.J. Miller, who is also the artist. It is a physical graphic novel dark fantasy published by Iron Circus Comics. It is visual storytelling, meaning there are little to no words. There are a little bit of words in there, but it's definitely you need to sit with each of the imagery. Oh, Rachel's making the face. I gave this 3.5 coffee cups. The cover is so amazing, right? And
The cover
cute.
is cute.
cute, adorable. There's no quotes. I'm going to tell you my favorite character is that life never dies. However you want to interpret that. This is visual storytelling. It is a wordless graphic novel. It's dark. It's about the corruption of the body and the inevitable. We are in the spooky season. The art is used to tell the story of the young mages and his struggle. He and his companion go to a magical land and they fight for survival. It's the cost of magic that we're talking about as they try and heal a cursed world that they stumbled upon. Regardless of all the horrific body transformations the cursed world causes them as they try and heal the cursed world, they still have to move forward towards the goal, no matter the consequences. This is truly what I think is if you went to an art exhibit and you had to look at the pieces in order to understand what the artist is telling you. You can survive in a hostile world. You are strong.
Oh my.
I know. The graphics and such are really what this is. The art, it's about the artwork, friends. And I'm just giving this a quick little mention in the review. You will get this as a shelfie during this month, so it should have already happened. If not, it will happen on the 31st, or go back and watch it as a shelfie. And I'll just show you the book and thumb through some of the pages, and hopefully you pick it up. The cover did not tell you what was going to happen.
The cover does not match what's on the inside at all. There's a lot here for no words.
Exactly. When a book gives you so much without
I feel like kind
words.
of crying.
Yeah, right? I honestly felt kind of the same way.
Yeah.
However, the entire time, the mage, you want to cry for this mage.
Yeah.
But he always has a smile and hopefulness on his face, as does his companion that he meets, who then also begins to sacrifice herself. But it invoked emotions.
Yeah.
It was,
and graphic.
yes. And so the artwork, magnifique. The story, I understand. 3.5 stars because I wasn't ready for it. Maybe it was a little even too heavy for me. The message gets you in the gut and in the heart.
This is definitely a heavy. You don't think that looking at the front that it's going to be a heavy book, and it definitely is, just from the quick flip through that I did. Yeah.
If you are a person who likes to revel in the meaning of life and go deep dive into those feelings of why am I here, and you love visual art, this is your book, friend. This is your book.
The secret word is fantabulous.
Here we go, friends. This is Haunted Ever After by Jen DeLuca. What's the genre?
I classified it as romance.
Oh, interesting. And you did this in physical?
I did this as a physical copy. I purchased the physical copy from Port Key. Jen DeLuca is a Florida author. So the story is based in Florida. It's at a place called Boneyard Key. A fictional place. It doesn't really exist. But she has a whole series of books. Like this is this is book 1 in the Boneyard Key series.
Yeah, I'm going to follow her on Instagram because she's a Florida author. That's what I just wrote down. So what were your why did you pick the book up?
So I picked the book up because I purchased it at Port Key Books because it was going to be part of one of their book clubs. And I was trying to get into book clubs, so I thought, well, I'll give this one a shot. I ended up not attending the book club, even though I read the book. So yeah, that's how I picked this up, because I don't think this is one that I would typically pick up. I would call it a haunted romance.
Interesting. Ooh la la.
Yeah, there's ghosts. There's ghosts that talk to each other in the book.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Okay, yeah. I'm a little interested. So what were your first thoughts when you started reading this? Did you have any kind of a moment? Did you get hooked right away? Do you know? Do you like the writing style? Like, just give me a little surmise.
So, like I said, it was an easy, quick read. Not that there's anything wrong with this, but there wasn't a whole lot of depth there, which is what we need out of some of our books. Some of our books we just need to read and enjoy and not have to think. And this is one of those books that I just read. It was quick. It was a perfectly fine story.
What were the ratings?
I gave it 3 stars.
Okay.
And I said that silly. This book was silly. I liked that it was based in Florida, but the romance was silly and took too long to develop. And the ghost storyline wrapped up too fast. And it was just silly.
Did you have a favorite character?
Probably the ghost. I like the ghosts, the 2 ghosts in the house.
Did they have like a good like banter? Were they the humor in the book, or were they a more serious role?
It wasn't a funny book. I said silly because it was like not funny.
Got it.
It was silly.
Okay.
Like, this is ridiculous. Silly.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's interesting because when you give a 3-star, I feel like I need to dissect why a little bit more, because it rides the line.
So usually, like, a book like this, I give it a 3-star because there was a story there and it didn't take me long to read. Like, so the romance between the 2 main characters in this, it took like forever to develop. Like, it wasn't until the end, like, they were clearly both attracted to each other, but it wasn't until like the last 50 pages they actually got together. And I was like, just freaking kiss already. Like, this is ridiculous. But, so I gave it 3 stars because I thought it was silly. I go back to the London Seance Society that I gave 1 star to. That was also silly. But I gave that one a 1 star because it took me forever to read. It wasn't a fast read. This one was a fast read. Like, this was...
The pacing at least was on.
And they were about the same length, page-wise. So I have 2 books that are similar in length, but I was able to read this one in 2 days. It took me 6 days to read the London Seance Society because I felt like I was in mud slogging through it, and it was ridiculous. This one, I was like, that's not like Florida. There's nowhere in Florida. Like, why are these people walking around with flannel coats or flannel shirts on in October in Florida?
Right.
Nobody's doing that. I mean, it's
maybe in February.
It's end of September and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. Like, there's no such thing as a flannel in October in Florida unless you like are trying to sweat it out. So, there were things like that. I was like, well, what coast of Florida are you? Are you on the East Coast, West Coast? I can't figure it out. Are you in the Keys? Are you in the Panhandle? Like, where? So that type of stuff drives me nuts. But it was a fast read. Like, I could just sit down and knock out 50 pages and, okay, that was great. Whereas, like, an hour later, I'm still only 15 pages in to the London Seance Society. So that's, like, my difference between, like, 2 silly books.
And why one is more than the other.
But I enjoyed this one so much more because I wasn't slogging through it. Like, there was a lot happening. As silly as it was, as ridiculous as it was, there was a lot happening.
So you said it was a fictional place in Florida.
Yeah, it's not a real place.
Which is kind of sad. A missed opportunity, in my opinion.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you're going to write about a real place, you better be there. Like, you need to know it. Like, if you're... what did I read recently? Shoot, I read an arc recently, and I gave it a pass because it's an arc. but I forget what it was. I read an arc recently that was, it was a moment in Florida, and they were talking about going over a bridge, and I'm like, there's no bridge there. Like, there's no bridge there.
Right, right.
And that stuff drives me nuts. Like, if you're going to write about a real place, you better have been there. And you better have, like, walked around. Like, if you're going to, if let's say you wanted to base this in Cedar Key, which this kind of reminded me of a Cedar Key place. Like, you better have at least stayed a week in Cedar Key to figure out where everything is, so you're not just making stuff up.
Like flannels.
Like flannels in October.
But this person lives in Florida?
Yeah.
The author lives in Florida?
I think, it was trying to be like a cozy, haunted October type of book.
Got it. So she could have just changed the location instead of saying Florida, since it was a made-up space, anywhere. Interesting.
Yeah.
I can see the contention in that.
It's, it's things like that like, oh, that drives me nuts. But, like, because the story moved so fast, it was like, whatever. But if you're going to write about a real place, if you're going to base this in Cedar Key, if you're going to base it in, Sarasota, whatever, like, you better have been there. Like, you need to have been there. You can't just Google it. If you're just Googling it or chat GPTing it, then, like, I'm not interested. I'm going to be able to tell. You took the George Washington Bridge over to Brooklyn. Did you really?
Right.
Like, if you're gonna, I would much rather it be a fictional location. So it's okay if you get things wrong, because it's not a real place. It's your place. You made it up. But if you're going to write about a real place, you need to have been there. I just went off on a tangent. Sorry.
Not really, no, I don't think that's a bad tangent at all. A super quick tip if you're going to write, guys. She gave it to you. Was there anything memorable other than that part?
I like the location.
Okay.
It's like, honestly, I'm not trying to be extra, but to be extra, like...
Have you read her other books?
I have not.
Okay, interesting. I'd be curious. Finish reading your review.
That was my review.
Oh, okay.
It was short.
Okay.
It was short. I didn't have much to say about it because there wasn't much there. It was just a story, and it was silly. It's kind of a trope among these kind of haunted, cozy, mystery, cozy romances that are set in small towns. There's always a bookstore. There's always a coffee shop. There's always a tavern or a pub. There's always a local fish restaurant. Like, there's certain, like, and then there's a town square. Like, there's always, like, these things. And, that's cute. I like that about these books, because I would love to live in one of these small towns where I could just walk out my front door, walk 5 minutes to the coffee shop, and then, I'm going to pop into the independent bookstore next door, and I'm going to grab a book and talk to the owner. Oh, she's got something special in the back. Oh, that's great. They all have that. That doesn't exist, at least in my world. Like, and so I like reading stories, even though I find it not realistic.
Right, because you get to transport yourself.
So I was like, that would be a super fun place to live. And even though, to me, walking everywhere in Florida in October sounds like a perimenopause nightmare, the idea of it is interesting.
I have to say, the fish restaurant is oddly specific. Yeah, and I don't read a lot of this genre. But is it really a fish restaurant?
There's usually some sort of seafood restaurant, yes.
This is mind-boggling to me, because I would not, if I was making this a town, like, I think anybody could build a town. They did way back when. That's why we're where we are.
Yeah.
So if I was to build my own town, the restaurant would not be a fish restaurant, friends. It's not going to be seafood. That's all I have to say. Like, I find that just an oddly specific moment.
Sorry,
Rachel.
yeah. There's what else did I read? Hold on, let me just go to the front. There was something else that I read this year. It was the Beach House. I didn't like that book, but hold on. I'm finding it. I'm looking. Oh yeah, The Beach House by Rachel Hannah. It was on an island. there was a coffee shop you could walk to, and there was like the fish shack, which had like the best seafood, the most fresh seafood. Like it's like a common thing. Like if it's set in some sort of cozy beach town or something that's close. Like this was a key. So that's why I was thinking like Cedar Key, because there wasn't a beach. Like Cedar Key doesn't have a beach, even though it's right on the water. So like that's what made me like.
You must read a lot of like seafaring location books is what I'm thinking now.
I don't know,
you must be up in Maine. You must be over in like
and then,
Massachusetts.
There's a lot of like there's some British stuff in here, and like I feel like there's always a chip shop.
Well, fish and chips. I mean, I gotta give it to them.
Yeah,
for sure.
So like, yeah, I feel like there's always some sort of seafood place.
Well, in my town, guys, it's not going to be seafood. If you had to erect your own town, what's the restaurant? That's actually the question I want to know. Are you going to read any more by this author?
I'm not planning on it now. I mean, no offense.
And this wasn't an arc. This one you just...
it was going to be it was, no. I mean, and no offense to her. I mean, I know there's lots of people who love this type of story. It just, you know what? And I shouldn't say I'm not saying never. It's just not on any of my go-to TBR situations. This is more of a...
So let's just remind everybody, what is your top 4 genres that you like to read?
Well, I can tell you or
at least what's the majority of your genres that you're reading.
I can tell you what's been happening this year.
For funsies.
For funsies,
like Rachel just likes to read blah.
So the top one is definitely a thriller mystery, and then that's followed very closely by historical fiction.
Okay. And she knows this, friends, because she's in her tracker.
I'm looking at my genre tracker.
Because it's a genre tracker. I don't even think I've conceptualized that in my world yet, that I should have a genre tracker. But I think I know, I do know what mine are. So what's your third? Is it Thai?
No, the third is actually romance.
Oh, yeah, I would agree with that. Now, what is it that you gravitate to when you're looking for an art?
Honestly, if I'm looking at arts, I'm looking at if it's an author that I know, and then the cover.
Which now brings me to the next question. Was the cover art to this book to Haunted Ever After? I mean, was it great?
I mean, it was an accurate depiction of the story.
Oh, it's one of those again.
It's one of those, yeah.
And for the people, when I say, oh, it's one of those, it's what I am calling the trending AI-generated. I'm just not a fan. I feel like I'm looking at Sweet Valley High book covers. Like the old Sweet Valley High.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what this new, I'm quoting my fingers, trend is with book covers. That's, wild.
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean,
interesting. But yeah, it did represent the story. 3 stars. Are you recommending this?
If you like cozy, spooky, comfort reads, something you could, on a rainy night, curl up with a, good cup of cocoa and just not think and enjoy, If you're looking for something deep or
If your book could whisper one secret to your author, what would it be?
There are always ghosts. Just come find me.
Ooh, so then that really leads into what would the reader find within the pages they didn't expect?
You can be friends with a ghost.
Okay.
Embrace them.
It's a Casper moment.
Embrace the ghosts.
Wow. And if your final page could speak, what wisdom would it impart to someone who just closed the book?
Go find your perfect little town with a perfect little downtown that you can walk to all the things to. They exist somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere.
Get your flannel on, guys.
Get your flannel on.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Do you have any final thoughts about this particular book? I mean, it's perfect for spooky season, right?
Perfect for spooky season. It really is. It's what it is. It's a cute, haunted, silly book. And it was fine. It was perfectly fine.
Because like you say, you need to have that brain break from getting sucked into all the drama or.
Yeah.
Which is lovely.
And it was fine. And that's sometimes you need that in between. Like, I honestly, without looking, I don't remember what I was reading, what was before or after at the time. But like sometimes you get in a rut. Like I tend to get into a rut with historical fiction. Like it's somehow I just end up reading them like on top of each other. And I need a break from...
Right.
Because usually historical fiction is about some sort of
it's
tragedy.
Heavy. It's
so
heavy.
like you got to get out of the tragedy. So yeah.
Rachel and I did something amazing on September 17th. We went...
Oh, yes, we did.
We went to see Welcome to Night Vale, live on tour, Murder Night in Blood Forest. And I've been saying this, that fictional podcasts count in your reading journal.
I felt so fancy because when I was driving over to Orlando for my conference, I had my friend's child with me, and we were just talking. We were literally just, chatting about this, that, and the other, and I said, I went to a live podcast of Welcome to Night Vale, and they lost their minds.
Oh my God. How old is this child?
29, almost 30.
Okay, continue.
Lost their minds. Was so excited. Love Welcome to Night Vale. Was so jealous that I saw Cecil in person. Yeah.
I'm doing a shimmy shake.
Yeah. So I felt, and I consider Austin to be, much more hip and cool than me. And so I appreciated that Austin was in awe that I was able to go see Welcome to Night Vale.
Oh my gosh. So Rachel has listened to the independent songs that I send you. I don't know if you've listened to an entire episode plus my reviews.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just tell everybody your thoughts on just the episode that we that you listened to. So, because they've already heard my reviews of the actual podcast. How did, just describe it, Night Vale's fictional podcast vibes for those who have never done this?
It's just quirky fun.
It is quirky fun. And it's under 20 minutes of your time per episode, guys.
That's why I said I think it's really perfect for someone with ADHD.
So this is Murder Night in Blood Forest, live on stage in Clearwater, Florida. The author is Joseph Fink, who was live on stage. Which was awesome. It was very unexpected because I didn't know. I never had seen one of their live shows before. The publisher is actual Harper Perennial.
Oh, okay.
And the narrator, because there is a narrator really, is Cecil. Now, favorite character.
Dispiration.
Let's spell that.
Dispartion.
That was my favorite character, and obviously it was your favorite character.
Yes.
In theater, we know the techies never want to be seen. They always are behind the scenes. They're not usually put me on the stage kind of people. And you can tell this long-haired man was very uncomfortable for sure. But I don't think this would have been as effective if you didn't see him.
No, and his expressions, especially because he was playing the AI bot at one point. Like the AI bot producer, he was perfect and obviously extremely talented.
Also, is that normally when you listen to one of these episodes, you don't get to hear the independent band until the weather.
Right.
We got the introduction as the show opener, which I think warmed you up a little bit more to receiving what the weather is going to be like.
Yeah, they did like 4 or 5 songs.
The indie band was Adult Mom Friends. We were so into watching what was happening. Normally we could write down lots of quotes and write down the reviews, but it was just boom, 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 fun. You didn't want to pull yourself out of what you were experiencing to try and remember all the things that happened.
A splash? You got it.
A splash. I'm a more water, please. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
So I gave it 4.5 coffee cups.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it was just fun.
I couldn't give it the full 5.
Tell me why.
Because when I picture them in my mind, because I had never seen them live,
Okay.
it took me out of what my imagination had already,
Got it.
has drawn for me.
I understand.
But that was the only reason. Not that it was bad. It was great to see Cecil. Cecil looked exactly like what I thought he looked
Cecil was
like.
perfection in every way. I don't know. I guess I enjoyed the live aspect of it. I think that's why I give it 5 stars.
So you're going to give it
I'm
5.
going to give it 5 just because I really enjoyed the live. I thought it was just great. It was fun. Clearly, it was a room full of fans.
It was a room full of fans. There were so many purple Night Vale dresses.
Yeah, I missed the dress up memo.
I didn't know.
I didn't either, but I thought it was just so unique. You know what it reminds, and I know this is what it reminds me of is back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s when you used to have the live radio shows.
Yeah.
Like how a lot of our TV shows started as radio programs, and then they transferred over to TV shows. That's what I felt like. Like I'm just watching and listening to something fun.
You're a live studio audience.
I'm a live
at
studio
a radio
audience
show.
at a radio broadcast.
Brilliant.
And it's just fun.
They did the audience interaction.
I thought that was great.
Every audience member died.
Yep, they sure enough did.
We lost them all. And
Yep.
I did manage to write down 2 quotes and a thing.
Okay.
You can't read a book with a face in your face.
I saw you type that when she said that. I saw you start typing that on your phone. I'm like, that is a fantastic quote.
It really was.
It really was, yeah.
So the actor on stage, she, poor little thing, had a broken foot leg and had the most interesting scooter booter I've ever
She did,
seen.
but yeah.
Kept it together, but I don't think it would have been Night Vale otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Another quote, Sunday's personality is still an asshole.
Oh, absolutely. The community calendar.
It
Yeah.
was great. And then I'm making a gesture.
Merci, Rachel.
Très bien.
Yay!
That's all I got.
Perfect French words. So friends, if you put your hand up in a high five, and then you take your thumb and you connect it to your
Middle finger.
you make what they were saying is the letter
W.
and this is for a
Win.
It was great. The audience interaction, the W for the win. I will never not do this ever. Like, I'm just making the W's,
yeah.
guys. So Murder Night in Blood Forest was great. They're still on tour. I think they were doing this through November-ish, if I just saw it
I
correctly.
saw some dates in October. Yeah.
So if you can go see one of these live in person, even if you're not a Night Vale fan, the tickets were so reasonably priced. You should just do it.
You totally don't have to be a Night Vale. This could be your first experience with Night Vale, and you'll get sucked in. But you don't have to have listened to any other podcast before you go, like another Night Vale podcast, before you go and watch this. Just because it's great. It's literally like watching it's live theater, but like a radio version. It's perfect. It's
I
perfect.
agree with you. And you will get sucked in. As we were leaving,
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I do want merch because I wasn't going to get merch. But then these people are so sucked in. That was the longest merch line
It was
I've ever seen.
a long merch line.
And that
Yeah.
was before the show. And I think it was longer after the show.
I think it was longer after the show for sure. Yeah.
That's all I got. Maybe I'll get a sippy cup in the future, but
I would,
But
so
it was good.
I know for me, I would 100, if they came around again, I would 100% go see it again. What about you?
I would too, actually. And I would do it with you. And this time we'll go dress up.
Oh, okay. I'll put on some purple eyeshadow.
I think all we need is just purple. Like, we don't need to do anything else but wear purple.
Okay.
Now, what do we have up and coming of where we're going to next?
Oh my gosh, I am peeing my pants with excitement. October 30th, the incomparable and probably my all-time favorite author, David Sedaris, is going to be here in Tampa. And Casey and I have tickets to go see David Sedaris. Now, I have seen David Sedaris many times. I've traveled to other states to see David Sedaris read, but this will be Casey's first time.
And
so
I don't
how
have
are
any
you feeling about getting to see David Sedaris live?
I'm sure it's going to be everything that I imagine it because I audiobook this person now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I can't wait to get in a line for hours just to speak to him in person. and I say that like genuinely with love.
He's worth it.
I can't wait. I don't know what we're going to see though on stage. Like, what are we reading? Like, what is he?
It'll be mostly things you've never heard before.
Oh, okay, great.
Sometimes he'll read snippets from a published book, but a lot of times it's things he's working on.
Oh,
Because if you,
it's like a sneak peek.
yes,
Ooh.
if you, I don't know if this is the spot to say it or what, but like if you'll watch him when he's reading, because he is making notes the entire time he's reading, especially if it's a piece he's working on that hasn't been published before or yet. He's marking where people laugh. He's marking where people don't laugh. He is
His feedback.
So he's making notes the entire time he's reading, and I love that because then when I do eventually hear read one of the pieces, either in the New Yorker, Vanity Fair, wherever he may publish, it's like, oh my gosh, I remember when he was marking that up. And
Wow.
And sometimes, and you'll get things that, might be something from Calypso, might be something, from Me Talk Pretty one day. But you'll get some, and then he'll always bring out a local author that he either met at his last stop, or somebody that he's very much about introducing new authors to the public, giving authors their chance.
Which is really nice. Now, does he also have merch?
No.
Okay.
He'll have books. He always works with a local independent bookstore, and they're the ones who are there selling his books.
Okay.
So you can buy his books there.
Perfect. That's so smart. Okay. I'm excited. So that's in the end of the month.
October 30th.
October 30th.
It's like a month away.
Oh my
Very exciting.
goodness, guys. You'll be hearing that right now. So while you're listening to this specific podcast,
that we are preparing ourselves to go this very day.
Crazy.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
I know.
Wild. We have one more book for the thing. Just one more. And it's so cute, guys. This book is called Something at the Window is Scratching by Roman Dirge. It's physical. It's a fairy tale poetry by Titan Comics. I love the foreword in this book. It's a must read. It explains, I think, in perfection that absurdity is a style of art. For those of you who are not familiar with the style of art, absurdity. Look it up. There are plenty of famous people of the now. It's not surrealism. It's absurd. And I feel like this art style is absurd, and so is the writing style. And the creator of Invader Zim is the one who wrote the foreword, which is another art style. And Invader Zim is not appropriate for children, guys. Don't people think it is? It's not. Right, you're reading the things. Rachel's making reactions now. I gave it 5 coffee cups. I gave it 5 coffee cups. And just, she's laughing. It's great. If you know the graphic novel series Lenore.
Yeah.
So this is the same, not this one, the author, not the forward, the author of the book. He is Lenore's author and artist. And it's great. It's great. And my favorite quote from the book comes from Vasquez, and it's, definitely children are criminally insane and must be destroyed. And that's what she is reading. But back to Roman Dirge, who wrote Something at the Window is Scratching. This is perfect to read to your kids for all of the month of October.
Yeah.
The artwork is adorable. It really, really is. And I wrote down my favorite poems, The Cuckoo Lady, which was in the beginning.
Yeah, I just passed that.
And it's because if you look at the last picture, I mean, the poor cuckoo bird doesn't make it, and it's from a cuckoo clock, and so the lady don't make it either, and it's great. And then is the title, Something at the Window is Scratching. It was my favorite character was the baby Sandman, and I love that they show you the baby Sandman's got a little butt crack. It's so cute. Like, it's creepy and it's adorable, and it almost gives you like a Tim Burton vibe, right?
Oh yeah, completely. Yeah, completely Tim Burton. Yeah.
That's how I feel. And the alien ballerina is short and to the point, no pun intended. I did the devil bunny. You got to see the picture of Devil Bunny.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't that so cute?
Yeah, this screams Tim Burton.
So this one, it's the devil holding a toy bunny holding a toy devil.
Who's holding a toy bunny?
Who's holding a toy bunny? Like, just that's absurd.
And the toy bunny.
Does it still have a baby devil in there too?
Yeah.
I didn't have my glasses on when I looked at it. It's just
like
so
a Russian
cool.
doll situation.
It's brilliant. And then my second favorite, The Reindeer and the Bumblebee. It's a beautiful, tragic Romeo and Juliet love story between a reindeer and a bumblebee. It's great. It's quirky. It's weird. It's delightfully disturbing. You get to the end, right? And then you read the end, and they're like, oh, by the way, go back and read it all over again and find all the hidden pictures of all the hidden piggies. And I was like,
oh, that's so cute. Well, there's a hidden piggy right there.
Did you just find it?
I just found one.
That's insane. So now, before I return the book to the library, I have to go back and look for all the hidden piggies.
This is
Eddie Poe.
Eddie Poe. Long ago lived Eddie Poe, in love with pumpkins more than he should be. Every day he would visit. If not, he would miss it. Eddie would be a pumpkin if he could be.
The poems are not long. The artwork is just so cute.
The artwork is adorable.
And I just think that you could probably do one or two a night to your children as they go to sleep if you have those kinds of kids. The bedbugs one, though,
I kind of skipped past that one because I'm not really a bedbug person.
I will tell you that one freaked me out, and I think when I did
I would just start scratching, and I don't want to be scratching.
That's the only one that I was like, that was too real for me.
Yeah.
So there it is. It's absurdity in writing, absurdity in art. If my book could whisper a secret to my author, what would it be? It would be, you are insane and I love it. I think that's what he would say, the book would say. And what would you find in the pages that you didn't expect? All of it. I mean,
there's a lot of good stuff in here.
It is. It's a good one, guys. You really should just pick this one up, and that's just where it lands.
That is so cute. And so October-y, Halloween-y, absolutely.
And that's the whole Booktober moments. That's the ink, guys. Thanks for joining us.
And thanks to Shay David for hosting us again to record on a very, very busy Saturday.
I know. They're so awesome. All right. Bye. Friends.
Happy Halloween from Rachel and Casey at the Spilled Ink and Coffee Show. Now, don't forget, it's the Spilled Ink and Coffee Show Booktober Giveaway. It's spooky season, and we've brewed up something special just for you. Step 1, tune in to our bonus episode on October 30th. And somewhere in the show, Rachel's going to drop a secret word.
The secret word is fantabulous.
After that, it's easy. The next step is email the secret word to the spilledinkinccoffeeshow@gmail.com. Make sure you include the secret word, a screenshot showing where you listen to our podcast, or maybe where you follow us on social media. That could be Spotify, Apple, Amazon, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or our Facebook group. Don't forget to include your mailing address so we can send you your prize. Make sure you email us before midnight on October 31st to be eligible.
Prizes may include stickers, podcast merch, coffee, or even a book. And as a bonus treat, you can register and participate in our free virtual October book club, and you'll get an extra prize in your mailer. No assigned reading, bring your favorite. Don't miss the Spilled Ink and Coffee Show's Booktober Giveaway. That's a wrap. Time to close the book on today's episode. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Casey. If you had fun, hit the like, follow, and subscribe. Make sure you click on the bell icon.
You can also email us at spilledinkinccoffeeshow@gmail.com. Send us your questions, tell us what you're reading, or share what we